If you're somebody who's kind of averse to resistance training, you are going to lose muscle size and strength. Your metabolism will drop. Your posture will get worse. Everything in the context of nerve to muscle connectivity will get worse over time.
Imagine achieving your dream muscle mass without killing yourself in the gym. Sounds impossible, right? Wrong. Dr. Huberman's proven formula has cracked the code, and it revolves around just one thing: the number of sets. Welcome to Biohacking Insights, where we delve into the cutting-edge science of body and mind optimization. In today's episode, we're exploring a subject that has captivated human imagination for generations. Stick around till the end and you'll uncover this groundbreaking formula for muscle gain that's unlike anything you've encountered before. First, let's talk about muscle hypertrophy, which is the term used for an increase in muscle mass brought on by resistance training activities. The muscle building process is driven by several factors, including hormones like testosterone and growth hormone, as well as the availability of amino acids and other nutrients. To build new muscle tissue, your primary tools for increasing your body's rate of protein synthesis are performing resistance training and getting sufficient amounts of protein and overall nutrients. Many may want to know what happens to muscles and how they get bigger or stronger. Muscles may be influenced to change in just 3 ways. Now let's go over those 3 ways and discuss what goes on inside the muscle. 3 main stimuli are responsible for changing the way muscles function and causing them to become bigger, stronger, and more effective. These 3 stimuli are stress, tension, and damage. Stress of some type must occur, although not all 3 of those elements must be present. The muscle must adapt because there has to be a change in the way the nerve and the muscle communicate, as well as in how the muscle contracts or functions.
So this is very reminiscent of neuroplasticity in the brain. Something needs to happen. Certain chemicals need to be present. Certain processes need to happen, or else a tissue simply won't change itself. But if those processes and events do happen, then the tissue has essentially no option except but to change.
In addition to the chemicals that are released onto the muscles by the nerves, myosin and actin filaments are what allow muscles to contract. Muscle growth is achieved when the myosin thickens. Making muscle growth a high priority is one of the finest strategies to achieve a better body. Gaining muscle growth will improve your lean body mass, give your muscles more definition, and give your frame more bulk and size overall. Developing strength and muscle might seem like an overwhelming endeavor. However, anyone who can make an effort to stick to a regular workout schedule will see incredible improvements.
That it's very clear that moving weights or using bands or using body weight, for instance, in the 30 to 80% of 1 rep maximum, that is going to be the most beneficial range in terms of muscle hypertrophy and strength.
According to Dr. Huberman, the sweet spot for muscle development and strength lies between 30 and 80% of your 1 rep max, the maximum weight you can lift in a single repetition while maintaining proper form and full range of motion. Within this range, the weight you choose has a minimal impact on muscle growth, except at the extremes. Specifically, lifting at the higher end of the spectrum, around 75 to 80%, or even 85 to 90% of your 1 rep max tends to optimize muscle development. On the flip side, using lighter weights coupled with more repetitions, especially in the 30 to 50% range, will steer your training more towards muscular endurance rather than hypertrophy. Resistance training, often known as strength training or weight training, is the application of resistance to muscular contraction to increase muscle development, anaerobic endurance, and strength. Resistance training is based on the principle that muscles of the body will work to overcome a resistance force when they are required to do so. When you do resistance training repeatedly and consistently, your muscles become stronger. In addition, resistance training will benefit individuals if sets are performed near failure or to failure. For beginners, it's crucial to aim for 2 20 sets per week to improve strength regardless of experience level. For beginners, 5 sets per week for each muscle group should be completed at a weight of 30 to 80% of maximum rep capacity and near failure. This approach helps maintain muscle hypertrophy and strength, as it doesn't require completing all sets in a single workout session. So performing 5 to 15 sets of resistant exercises each week using a weight of 30 to 80% is a great way to achieve an incredible increase in muscle mass. The 5 to 10 sets of resistant exercise is the most effective, scientifically verified method for maintaining and increasing your muscle strength. Now, Dr. Huberman talks about a unique approach. He recommends 3 to 5 different exercises, 3 to 5 sets each, with 3 to 5 reps. Do this whole routine 3 to 5 times a week, taking 3 to 5 minute breaks between sets. Sounds like a lot, especially if you're squatting multiple days a week, right? But this is effective, mainly because it focuses on neural adaptation and usually doesn't push you to the point of failure, which means less pain. If you're all about muscle hypertrophy, use the same approach, but do more than 10 sets per muscle group each week and mix up your rep range between 6 and 30 reps. Here, you're going to the limit to maximize muscle growth. For those new to resistance training or with less than a year or two of experience, the key is to make sure you're doing enough sets per week for each muscle group to see progress. You've got to put in the work to get the results. Depending how hard the work is being done, different numbers of sets may be required. For untrained people, this can range from 5 to 15 sets each week. And for trained people, it can go up to 20 sets per week in some situations. These sets are crucial for maintaining nerve-to-muscle connection, maintaining muscle growth and strength, and enhancing metabolism and posture.
And of course, we'd be remiss if we didn't talk about time of day for training. Turns out that whether or not you train in the morning or in the afternoon doesn't really seem to matter for sake of things like hypertrophy and strength, etc. Everyone seems to have a time of day that they prefer to train.
Dr. Huberman says it makes no difference if you work out in the morning or in the afternoon. Finding the time of day that is most convenient for you seems to be important. Regular training sessions can assist your body in becoming used to training at its peak and can give you a sense of consistency. Muscle and changes in body composition do not appear to be much impacted by the time of day. But there is some evidence that exercising in the afternoon may result in improved performance. In conclusion, several aspects affect muscle building, such as the number of sets performed, the intensity of the weight, and even the time of day you train. Dr. Huberman's suggestions offer a tried-and-true method that will help you build muscle more efficiently. As previously said, based on your training level, there are different weekly sets you may do to increase your strength in resistance training. However, all you need to do to maintain and increase muscle growth and strength is perform these 5 sets of exercises every week. For untrained individuals or beginners, the key is to perform enough sets of a given exercise per week. The number of sets required also varies depending on the training level, but consistency is essential. So if you're serious about unlocking unprecedented muscle growth, apply these findings to your routine starting today. And don't forget to leave a comment below to keep us posted on your progress. We'd love to hear how these tips are working for you. If you enjoyed this video and want to keep boosting your performance, check out this next video that explains how you can harness the power of your third eye to improve your cognitive function, emotional well-being, and overall quality of life. You don't want to miss this one.